Hi there, my name is Greg Moore, and I am the co-founding CEO of WAIR. Today, we're going to talk about size charts versus size recommendation. Very different technologies used for very different reasons. So the first and foremost is, why is size important, right? Why is size and communication important? Well, it is the number one reason why people do not convert after hitting a PDP. Just let that sink in. Sizing confusion is the number one reason why shoppers do not convert after hitting a PDP. Now, there's a lot of good reasons for this, right? If you go to a brand site, you're going to see a lot of conflicting and confusing data, right? And the whole purpose of this brand site is to give you information to help you make a decision. So they'll do things like size charts, model reviews, as you can see here, different product reviews down below, so on and so forth, right? But what they're not necessarily doing is giving you a lot of information to help you make a decision. They're just giving you information. It's not personalized to you. And so the size chart was the very first iteration of this, right? And so when I click on a size chart, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to look at different sizing. I'm going to see all their different sizing on a per country basis. I'm also then going to see that I need to go measure my body. Now I have to go buy a tape measure. I have to figure out how to measure first and foremost. Do I measure on top of my shirt or below it? I have to do all sorts of work, right? And then I have to think, and then I have to compare, and then I have to evaluate. And what happens if I'm a 40? Do I buy a medium or a large? What happens if I'm a 43? Same thing, right? I have to make a lot of very complicated decisions here. Now, in this sense, it's not necessarily going to help me make a decision. It's just going to provide me with information. The other really challenging thing about size charts, especially if you're using an application, is that most of these applications are free or very, very inexpensive. Now, you may think at first this is a great thing, right? But having a free or very inexpensive application means that support is absolutely unprofitable for them. They cannot support this application. And so if something were to happen, what you're going to see here is that you're going to be left hanging, right? These are the types of reasons why you want to invest in sizing communication, not just hope it's going to solve your customers' needs. So let's go look at a site that uses WAIR, on the other hand, and WAIR is a size recommendation solution. And we take all of the complexity of sizing totally out of the equation. So for example, all I'm going to do here, once I find the product I love, click on Find My Size. I'm going to put in my height, my weight, my age, things that I know very, very well. I'm going to choose 3 body shape selections. This quiz has been asked to millions and millions of consumers with validated data, so we know that this is correct. And then we're going to tell you, we're going to clearly communicate the size that's going to be best for you, that is the most likely to be kept. Then we get out of the way. I didn't need a tape measure. I didn't need any mathematics skills. I didn't need any cognitive reasoning in order to select a size. I didn't need to look at model dimensions or product reviews or anything else. I just very clearly know what my size is, right? And I can add that to my cart. So the other huge thing about this is that the size charts don't collect any useful information from the shopper, right? They're not collecting anything about the journey or about what products are selected, whether or not they returned them. They're not tagging the session. They're not tracking the consumer's body shapes. And so when you get to these challenges, at the end of the day, you're only using size charts as something for point of sale, right? That's it. That's all I can use it for. WAIR, on the other hand, because you're collecting all of this really, really crunchy data, allows you to integrate this data together to help you become a more profitable and more efficient brand. So for example, some of the things that we pull together through our WAIR reviews platform are things like fit satisfaction. What's your fit preference? Is this the typical size you buy? What are the dimensions and information about the body shape of this shopper? What products did they purchase? You can even see whether or not they've selected the WAIR size recommendation or not. All of these things, along with the very simple sizing communication that helps the shopper make a decision, mean that shopping sessions that use WAIR are 50% on average more profitable than those that don't. Again, if sizing confusion is the number one reason why shoppers do not buy a product, and you get a solution like WAIR, and WAIR shopping sessions are 50% more profitable than those that do not use WAIR, all of a sudden you have a very, very clear indicator of success. This is a must-have on your site if you're selling a product made to fit the human body. So again, just to recap, size charts, they force consumers to do work. They're not necessarily reliable from a support perspective if you're using a third-party application because you're not paying for support, right? And then on the other hand, they're giving the consumer information, but not providing the consumer decisions, not giving them insights. And then furthermore, they're not tracking anything down the road. These are all the reasons why you lean into better tools when it's the number one problem that you're trying to solve as an apparel company when a shopper gets to your PDP. Again, my name is Greg Moore. I am the CEO and co-founder of WAIR, and thank you for listening to my version of size charts versus size recommendation. Have a great day.